We speak to Ghanaians because Ghana is in West Africa, right? So they are closer to Nigerians. Countries like Ghana, in the future, Nigeria would ruin Africa. But the only thing that will sustain Africa are some of these African countries like Ghana, South Africa, Botswana, Cameroon, Senegal. All these African countries that are getting their shit together. Mark my word. That's why I often laugh when these people from other parts of African countries think that they need Nigeria to build one Africa. Let me tell you people something, and this is an exposition. Nigerians are not interested in a thriving Africa. Nigerians have never in history been engaged in a relationship that is for the common good.
A lot of word is being spoken on this video, and this Nigerian man said a lot. According to him, Ghana and other African countries like South Africa are the one going to save Africa in the future. Please do me well by liking the video.
You see South Africans, you see Ghanaians. These two sets of people have all it takes to make noise in streets, to be proud and loud. But they don't. What am I trying to say in essence? You see, what South Africans have, what Ghanaians have, if Nigeria has 1/4 of such things, nobody in Africa would hear anything but Nigerians. Nobody. Nigerians will be louding about it every now and then. What do I mean? You see, there's something with success. Aside the fact that successful people, genuinely successful people, are not loud. That they no longer see what we call success to be success. They are now in this very realm where they are looking out for some other thing to be success. And that tells you how advanced they are. Now, let me bring something to you people to know. Then for Ghanaians, you see that J.J. Rollins thing? You see that J.J. Rollins escapade? If only we have such an activity occur in Nigeria. Hey, before you talk, a Nigerian will remind you of how such a warrior he is, how such a man he had fought. Ghanaians have lots of things. If Nigeria, in a time, had probably had one of their universities to become one of the best universities in the world, forget it. If Nigeria is a country that has been said to have most of their politicians to be the most educated set of politicians in the world. Hi God, oh. Ghanaians have things that if Nigerians have a little percentage of such, Nigerians will be making noise in the street now. We'll be making noise in the street. We'll be shouting. You can't even talk to us. I'm telling you, you can't talk to us. If Nigerians have had peaceful election, if Nigeria had been certified to be the most peaceful, the second most peaceful nation in the world. If Nigeria right now is a country said to be where God lives, where people come and they find this innate, unspeakable peace. Who are you to talk to us? Open your mouth and talk now. Open your mouth and talk. See, every now and then we'll be shouting, we'll be making noise. In fact, all our news stations will be carrying it. That is, we'll be bragging about it. In fact, before you engage in a conversation, we'll tell you, do you know I'm a Nigerian? Do you know I'm a Nigerian? Do you know I'm a Nigerian? And people will be like, oh, you're Nigerian. Oh, those peaceful people, those very intelligent people. Oh, those people that have politicians that are all educated. Oh, those people that have very savvy universities or something like that. Bro, let me tell you, if Nigeria has Majid alone, if Nigeria has Majid alone, forget Ramsey Noah and all those things. Majid is bigger than all of them. Look at Pete Edochie. Why does Pete Edochie draw this very attraction towards Ghana? Has anybody noticed it? Has anybody noticed it? That's why Pete is Ghana. We speak to Ghanaians because Ghana is in West Africa, right? So they are closer to Nigerians. And of course, I'm speaking to South Africans, the Botswana people, a greater number of people. See, I often like to make this notion. If you're a Ghanaian as an individual, and your activity, mindset, or habit is gearing towards that of a Nigerian, I need you to stop it. Rejoin your brothers in their mentality. I'll tell you why. If you're a South African as an individual, and your characteristics, mindset, and personality is beginning to gear towards that of a Nigerian, please and please, rejoin your brothers in their mentality. Why am I saying this? Countries like Ghana, countries like South Africa, countries like Botswana, I've said this before, but let me explain. All these African countries are the countries that would sustain Africa from the futuristic ruin that Nigeria will give to Africa. What am I trying to say in essence? In the future, Nigeria would ruin Africa. In the future, Nigeria would ruin Africa. But the only thing that will sustain Africa are some of these African countries like Ghana, South Africa, Botswana, Cameroon, Senegal. All these African countries that are getting their shit together. Mark my word. You know, that's why I often laugh when these people from other parts of African countries think that they need Nigeria to build one Africa. Let me tell you people something, and this is an exposition. Pass this video around. Let people hear my words and learn from it. Nigerians are not interested in a thriving Africa. Nigerians have never in history been engaged in a relationship that is for the common good. Nigeria has never through history engaged themselves in a relationship that is for the common good. Nigerians are not interested in that. Nigerians always delve into relationships where they would benefit selfishly at the expense of the people in that union, at the expense of the people in that relationship. Nigeria is not about Africa. Now, this is why in the thought of building a thriving and successful or progressive Africa, other Africans should not consider Nigerians. They have no interest in such. An average Nigerian is always for his selfish benefits at the expense of other people. Mark my word, hearken to my word. Now, why am I saying this? The reason I am into this is because I have to sensitize other African countries, because your sustenance ability when Africa is about to fall will benefit the very few Nigerians that are good people. Let me repeat this. Your sustenance ability towards African country that would be at the verge of ruin, courtesy of Nigeria, would benefit the very few Nigerians who are good people, who are selfless people. So I must enjoin you people. So I would implore you people, I would crave your indulgence, please. If you as a Ghanaian or any other African country is beginning to draw certain favors or acquaintance with the characteristics or personalities of Nigerians, please have a rethink and rejoin your brothers. That is not a habit or personality that you want to build. Please, that is not a habit or a personality you want to build. Reasonable Nigerians are beginning to deviate or refrain themselves from being regarded as Nigerians. A person like me right now will do anything not to be regarded as a Nigerian, not to be identified with other Nigerians. It's okay enough that I am a Nigerian by birth and by residence. Nigeria as a country, Nigeria as a place, not Nigerian as a person. There is nothing wrong with Nigeria as a place, Nigeria as a country. I mean, Nigeria as a country is one of the best innovation that was created by Lord Lugard. Lord Lugard left us with a legacy that can help any man that is reasonable to thrive above every measure. That amalgamation activity is what should help Nigeria to thrive above every other. But what can you say? When you hand anything to a criminal, he would always abuse it. Do you understand? So for me, Nigeria as a country, as a place, I don't have a problem with it. But Nigeria as a personality and as a character is a curse and demonic.
This man have actually spoke a lot. Trust me, sometimes when I come across this video, I wonder, is this man actually a Nigerian? He have spoke a lot about Ghana, about South Africa, especially his country, Nigeria. But the most funny thing is that this man is a Nigerian. He live in Nigeria. I don't think this man have been to Ghana before. I don't know if he have been to South Africa before. But the way he talk about Nigeria, you might think this man hate his country. Sometimes some of the words he say about Nigeria are just like, why don't you say some Nigeria, not all Nigeria? But at the same time, this man is trying to make his country a better place. Trying to, not everybody have the boldness to come out to speak the way this man is speaking about his country, despite the fact he live in Nigeria. I think that this man just wants a better Nigeria. He wants the country to be better. She wants to pass the information. I know that a lot of Nigerians will never agree with him. They will just hate this man because of the way he talk about Nigeria. But at the same time, if you can pin the sense of what this man is saying and try to do a better things, that habit of we are so proud. There is something he said that I really, really agree with, is the fact that some of the things Ghanaians have in their country, some of the things South Africa have in their country, if we Nigerians have 1/4 of those things, we'll be so full of ourselves, we'll be so proud, we feel like we have gotten it all. That is one thing about Nigerians, but Ghanaians, South Africa, you see them, they are not too full of themselves, they are also calm. But at the same time, do me well by dropping your thoughts on the comment section. Do you think Ghana and South Africa are the ones to save Africa in the future, according to him? Do you think so? Do me well by dropping your thoughts on the comment section of what you also think of the video. And please do not forget to also share with a friend who would like to watch this video with you. Comment your thought below, as like I said before, and please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do me well by also hitting on the subscribe button to join this amazing family. And don't forget to turn on notification bell so whenever I upload a new video, you're not going to miss out on my amazing future content. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.